OMG Willikers. What do we have here? Silver. Today's installment of Coins, Companies, and Commodities here in the traditional world of finance sphere. Precious metals. Today we have silver. Technically, we're going to analyze some potential support and resistance levels we may interact with moving forward. We're going to cover a company heavily involved in the silver industry, and we're going to cover an article regarding silver's perhaps connection and or correlation to crypto. So stick around till the end to not miss any of what's really going on. But starting off with XAG here, it would appear against USDT, looking for support under the influence of technically bearish confirmations. So we are on the weekly chart with this combination of robos. We have seen, tens of percentages in, upside and or downside moving forward after the, relative confirmations are met. So we go with the flow of the confirmations, no matter the situations, and we watch out for EngineeringRobo. In terms of support to watch out for here moving forward, $19.81 is going to be a key horizontal level that we may consider continued interaction toward here, as bearish robos have been confirmed ever since the 16th of August of 2021. And we have the robos cloud technically just turning red within the last few weeks here. So we are just patiently waiting for more bullish confirmations to return in any sort of sideways and or downside that may proceed. So watch out for, as I mentioned, $19.81 down below. If significant support is found at that level, 20% can be invested at support. 50% will be invested when two of our chosen three robo advisors return to a bullish state. We have the buy for Moon and Robo's Cloud present at the moment. Technically, all three of them have become bearish, and we've experienced just over 10.5% in downside ever since bearish confirmations have been met. So we are just patiently waiting for the return of bullish parameters here, potentially situations similar to the beginning of July of 2019, where we proceeded to experience 21% in gains trading silver using EngineeringRobo. And then we have another instance of 66% in upside after bullish confirmations met in May of 2020. Once two of our chosen three robo advisors become bullish, that 50% investment ratio can be invested, and that remaining 30% can be invested when we have candles opening and closing above this descending trend line. Whenever that may be, we just go with the flow of the market. Nobody knows where it goes or how it started, but we just allow for the confirmations to be met here. We have several instances of price action experiencing some dramatic movements after our bullish and or bearish confirmations here. So we just go with the flow of robo moving forward. But in my opinion, I personally find it rather difficult to be bearish on precious metals at the moment. I do see continued upside for silver in terms of a longer term perspective. Uptrend is intact for the years to come, though the immediate short term, perhaps we may experience some continued sideways and or downward price action as we wait for the return of bullish parameters here, and then we can begin more comfortably investing into silver. But let me know down below your thoughts on silver currently. So this article on Yahoo Finance titled "What the Surprising Connection Between Silver and Crypto Means to Your Investment Possibilities" essentially goes over how silver is heavily integrated into the hardware of the electronics necessary to run the machinery required to mine and power the the blockchain here, mine cryptos and whatnot. But we'll read through just a few paragraphs here. Of all the metals used in electronics, silver is the best conductor of electricity and heat. Not only that, but it's more economical than gold and can become paste or flakes printed into sheets, placed in wires, and combined with other metals. Silver plays a vital role in the function of circuit boards inside computers and is even used in the buttons of keyboards to make them work. The metal's thermal properties are important to a computer's cooling system. Bitcoin and Ethereum are digital currencies and don't contain any silver, but you cannot underestimate the critical role of silver in cryptocurrencies because to acquire these digital assets, you have to mine them using computer power. To get the silver into computers, you first have to mine the metal from the ground to make it available for manufacturers to put to productive use. And for that, you need silver exploration and development companies. But find this article in the description. While, in my personal opinion, I do believe there will be a rise in, digital assets and cryptocurrencies. Currently, we still have further regulations that need to be in play for them. But while that is all going on and whatnot, we will always have precious metals, and we will always need the technology and hardware necessary to power and create crypto and this digital realm that may be brewing. So I do believe upside is in play for precious metals here. Monopoly money, not so much. Cryptocurrencies currently still a whole lot of perceived value in play, though these shiny rocks will always be near the top, though let me know your thoughts down below. Speaking of silver development and exploration companies, First Majestic Silver Corp is a Canadian silver mining company that operates in Mexico and the United States. They have full control over 4 major silver and gold producing mines. They employ over 5,300 humans and have roughly $192 million in cash at hand. And if I'm not mistaken, apologies if I am, I believe they are valued around $300 million. The About Us page covers their ownership of the 4 major, silver producing mines that they have 100% ownership of. Talks about the hundreds of thousands of hectares that they oversee. But the last paragraph here reads, management strongly believes that investors are set to benefit from rising silver prices due to growing industrial and investor demands for silver. For this reason, the company continues to focus on growing production and the development of its core assets. With an experienced management team comprised of proven company and mine builders, shareholders are poised to capitalize on exceptional organic growth plans and industry-leading silver exposure. We are a diverse and inclusive organization committed to socially responsible mining and strive to become the world's largest primary silver producer. On their website, you can look at their reserves and resources and, go over their hundreds of thousands of ounces of silver. As a shareholder, you will also receive a dividend here, it would appear, and you can also go through and see their upcoming, development and exploration that they foresee moving forward. But lots going on here in the, traditional world of finance. Precious metals and commodities are likely to see some nice gains here. Honestly, in my opinion, I do see upside for them. Fundamentally, rather bullish on shiny rocks, though technically this company is under the influence of bearish robos looking for support. Here it would appear we have AG on the New York Stock Exchange, only because the chart goes back farther, I've noticed. But at the moment, we are going with the flow of the confirmations we've been saved from technically ever since bearish parameters met throughout the 2nd of May of this year. We have experienced a dramatic 23% in downside, and we do anticipate potential slightly bearish price action until bullish robos return. We're looking for an instance perhaps similar to back in March of 2019, where we proceeded to experience 84% in gains. We have another instance of 136% in upside investing into this company using EngineeringRobo between the end of May of 2020 all the way into February of 2021. And so right now we are just waiting for the bullish parameters to be met here. We can invest 50% when two of our chosen three robos become bullish again. We can invest 20% at support. At the moment, we do have a key level waiting for us all the way down at $4.65 here, it would appear, based on my support and resistance strategy. Resistance overhead waiting for us at $14.50 once we do, appear to make some upside. And then we have this descending trend line here waiting to give us a hard time. 30% can be invested when we have candles opening and closing with wicks and bodies above it. So we always go with the flow of the confirmations no matter the situation. Fundamentally rather bullish on, the growth of silver, and I do believe the companies involved in the industry will grow with it. Though we always, assess the technical patterns here and consider the, chart, the confirmations, no matter the situation. So technically, we do need, further bullish confirmations to be met to begin comfortably investing into this company moving forward. I do believe an uptrend is in store for us once we are ready. And we are back looking at Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies currently, back to our, comfort zone, our regular space here. Switching it up, though, trying to, see a broader market, a true strategic investor will have their eggs, if you will, in multiple baskets rather than just one. But we're looking at price action, making some upward movements here. Perhaps this early bird is coming to fruition technically since that confirmation. Bitcoin is back to up over 3.5%, 3.71% in upside. And will it continue, though, is the question. We are coming from a nice bullish interaction with my support level so far, forming $28,422 per Bitcoin. If we looked at my previous analysis here, I'm looking for a potential instance where we can accumulate at this level only after this move upward here that is starting. If it continues, we see some nice, higher high kind of price action here. Once price action plays out like this, only then can I be considering if we were to return to my $28,422 level. This would be where we'd consider more significant support present, and perhaps we would invest our 20% support-based investment ratio. I would like to see that second bullish robo advisor, though, come into play for us to invest that 50% EngineeringRobo confirmation there. Once we have a second robo advisor present, perhaps we can anticipate some more, significant gains here for us in the short to midterm. Have been mentioning that sideways may play out all the way until the end of this descending trend line, which is more toward the end of this year. And so sideways all the way toward it would not be, the worst thing that could happen for us. And I do believe would be perhaps a necessary evil that we may undergo before we can return to previous all-time highs and then some. I still anticipate a six-figure level that we will likely interact with before any sort of market top is to be considered. But we go with the flow of crypto and we watch out for Robo. When daily candles are above this descending trend line, we can invest at 30% investment ratio, 20% at support, 50% when EngineeringRobo becomes bullish. And we are still here in the fear zone. Heavily consider, potentially buying Bitcoin at these prices while we are trading within the fear zone. Here, you are suggested to be accumulating your nicely discounted digital assets. We have instances of, several months of sideways here before exiting the fear zone. And we were hypothesizing, upon entering it, we've seen multiple instances of over 40% in downside here. In the last two interactions with the fear zone, we've seen over 40% in downside, roughly 45%. And if we were to consider that here currently, a 45%, dip from when we most recently entered the fear zone would put us interacting with roughly a $20,000 Bitcoin, perhaps a dramatic $19,900 Bitcoin. So we do have room for some more downside here into the fear zone, where we can still be considering buying opportunities with a longer term uptrend in mind. Interacting with the fear zone here for as long as we need to. We do anticipate interaction with that FOMO zone. Once we are trading up within it, I do believe FOMO will be present. Many will be buying up in this range. Someone has to buy the top, hopefully not yourself. So once we are up in the FOMO zone, consider Robo and go, oh no, yo, and take some profits. Perhaps consider, buying here during times of extreme fear. But let me know down below your thoughts on Bitcoin and crypto and commodities. Silver currently making some moves as well. We always go with the flow of the market, though, and we wait for the confirmations. Thank you so much for hearing my analysis, and tune in for the next one.